Whether you're a daily commuter or just an occasional traveler on board the MTA Long Island Railroad, chances are you've heard or seen a warning to use caution as you step over the gap between the train and the platform. But is the presence of a gap really necessary? Well, the answer is yes. A gap of some size is required by all railroads in order to allow trains to safely pass through stations without striking the platform, which could result in injury to passengers and anyone waiting on the platform. In Great Britain, railroads remind customers to mind the gap. Here we say, watch the gap. So just how important is it to watch the gap as you board or exit the train? Well, your safety depends upon it. And no matter how often you take the train, the same basic safety precautions must be followed each and every time. If you're waiting to board the train, always allow passengers that are leaving the train ample room to do so, and never push or shove. You should avoid entering the train at an angle and instead approach the threshold straight on. And it is critical that you keep the gap in view as you're about to step over it. A momentary loss of attention could result in an accident. Running on the platform is also a big no-no, as is walking too close to the edge of the platform. Approach a train only when you are ready to board, and keep in mind that inclement weather can lead to slippery conditions, so take it slow. You'll be very glad you did. Now, if you're standing in the vestibule, you also have an important responsibility towards both your own safety and the safety of your fellow passengers. Your bag should never be placed near the doors or anywhere else that would pose a tripping hazard. Parents, what may be a small gap to you may not be so to your child. So please remember to hold your child's hand each and every time he or she steps over the gap.
Hold my hand.
Mobility impaired customers should be aware that train crew members are ready, willing, and able to assist you on and off the train whenever necessary. A sturdy steel bridge plate can be placed for easy movement on and off the train upon your request. It's always a good idea once you're on the train to mention your destination station to a crew member so that they can assist you off the train with minimal delay.
I'll be getting off at Hicksville.
We'll be there to help you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
At the Long Island Railroad, customer safety is priority one.
Train, please watch the gap between the train and the station platform.
Announcements are made at stations and onboard trains reminding you to watch your step as you board or exit the train. Also, warning decals can be found on train car doors. These watch the gap signs are meant to serve as a reminder to be careful right at the very site of the gap. But we want to do even more. These days, the Long Island Railroad is increasing its efforts to remind you to be careful as you step over the gap. Onboard announcements from train crews have been enhanced to place a greater emphasis on the gap, and we've even been able to add automated announcements like this one.
As you leave the train, please watch the gap between the train and the platform.
To our new M7 electric fleet. New signage will provide an additional safety reminder to customers throughout their trip. And screensavers on every Long Island Railroad ticket machine now carry a familiar message, because it's never too early in your trip to start thinking about safety. Sure, getting you there on time is important to us, but it doesn't mean a thing if you don't arrive safely. So when it comes to reminding customers just how important it is to be mindful of the gap and of each other, we'll continue to take every opportunity to do so. But we need your help. So like the sign says, please watch the gap.